there, I've got a sports frame for you today. Perfect for the men in your life. The ladies maybe, you know, it's just up to you, but really simple. It's done sort of as a silhouette design. I'll show you some of the fun things you can do. And we are just going to be using this die today. So this is our sports frame from our frames and tags, okay? So I'm going to do kind of a fun background. One of the things you can do with these is just pick the color of your friend's favorite team. I will be honest with you, I've picked blue and white here. I haven't got a clue what team that goes to, so I hope it's somebody's. So anyway, I've cut some strips of cobalt blue card into 3/4 inch strips and some white ones. So I'm just using a piece of copy paper, and I like to do it this way just because it keeps it nice and light. I'm going to use a bit of spray glue. You can also use tape or a self-adhesive sticky sheet if you prefer. So what I'm going to do is just line these across my paper. I'm going to do blue and white. And I think it's easier this way, if you just sort of butt that up against the previous one all the way down, get a nice line on that. I'm going to go down and do the blue one. And I always try and do it a bit bigger than I need it to be. That way I can trim it nice and straight. And there's a white one. And another blue one. You could even put another color in here if you like. Just alternating it. And the other thing that's really great about this kind of background is it uses up all your scrap pieces of card. And if you're like me, you've got lots and lots of scrap pieces of card. Blue one, and a white one, and blue one, and we'll do one more white. I should have started with white. I've got an extra now. There we go. So you can see how quick and easy that is to do a background like that. Now I've got one I've already done ahead of time, and I've trimmed it to size. I'll give you a quick measurement on it. I did the background at about 5 1/8 by 6 1/4, and I've added just a little black mat to that. And I'm going to go ahead and bring that over and put it into place on my background. I've used the same exact colors on the background. So I've got a white paper pierced mat, a thin cobalt blue mat, a thin black mat, and then a final white mat here. Pop that into place, right? Just do a little tidying. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is bring our frame over. Now the frame comes in 3 pieces. You have the actual frame itself that cuts out like this. You have a backing die which follows the shape around it, and a sentiment die which we'll be using a little bit later. So I'm going to go ahead and put this into place with some spray glue. There we go. Pop that down. And it's just got like a nice little edge around it. And what I want to do with this is bring my scissors in. And I could seat the sentiment right on top of that, but I wanted that background to show through. So what I'm going to do is do a little bit of hand cutting. I'll pop my scissors through here, take out a bit of the center, and I'm just going to use the edge of that frame and cut just a little bit under it. There we go, around his knee. And if you angle your scissors, it's quite easy to do. And I'm just going to actually cut a little bit away right there under his head. The same thing with these shoes. If you watch, I will just sort of lift underneath them and trim right like that. So there won't actually be a backing piece behind that. Let's take some of that out, just makes it easier. Go around the golf clubs and behind the goal here. There we go. And I'm going to tidy back behind the soccer player or football player, depending on what country you're from. And the cricket bat. And we will just sort of nudge along underneath that just to be easier. so you don't have to worry about it too much. There we go. Quick and easy. Wasn't difficult at all. So now I've got a frame that's nicely cut out and you can see through it. So I'm going to add a bit of mounting foam to the back of this. And let's double this up. Oops. Get both pieces started here. Pop some around. And probably even cut that one a little smaller. Just a few pieces, I think, to keep it nice and level. Let's do that. There, and maybe a little bit there. There we go. So now we can bring that over, put that right in the middle of our background. That looks really nice. And I've done two of the sentiments, one in black and one in white. So I'm going to use the black one as a shadow. So a little bit of glue on the back of the white one will do the trick. Bring that around. Just offset it ever so slightly. There we go. And I think I'll use a bit of cosmic glue here, since those letters are a little bit wider. There we go. Oh, forget it. We'll get that in a minute. And pop that right into place here. Finish off your frame nicely. Isn't that a quick and easy card? And it's really striking, I think. So any of your sports fans in your life will love a card like this. Hope you've enjoyed today's video.